Hello, hello, and welcome along to another episode of Freedom Chasers. What happened last episode?
Stuff.
Oh, actually, let's do this quiz style. Let's do quiz style. I like quiz style. So last episode you began with you outside Seraphina's door. Anivari was oddly quiet. But the rest of you, you were sort of... Weary was clearly a little bit nervous. You were being very supportive. You headed in, and then Seraphina brought you to the kitchen, William. What did she ask you?
She offered to me to take Weary's place.
That was something, but yes, what did she ask you? What was she most interested in? She kept asking the same question. She was very pleased when you gave away the answer.
Oh, why I was so riled up, and it's because I said that Weary was my friend.
Ah, you did say Weary was your friend, which is the question she asked you 3 times and you wouldn't answer. She was very pleased when you admitted it. After you then told her to go fuck herself, she banished you back and got Dinari into the kitchen. Dinari, what did she show you in her kitchen drawer?
Got me a whole bunch of teas and then a couple more fatal blends.
Mm-hmm. Which one did she sort of hint that you should use on William?
Oh, the anti-magic one. Hold on. Oh, that's the one. Black honey.
Black honey, exactly.
So, at first I was like, did she tell me to use the insta-kill tea? And I was like,
no, she sort of hinted that the black honey would be a terrible thing to happen to a sorcerer. Yes, definitely some hints were laid. She also sort of asked you whether you thought that William should feel guilty, and lots else. And then, she was very pleased with you for your candor, and gave you the teas. And then she announced she was ready to perform the ritual. What happened during the ritual? What were the key elements of it? Anyone?
Thorny vines wrapped around each of them, and her eyes glowed golden, and it was like a grey liquid blood thing coming out of her, right? Mm-hmm. And yeah, they basically transferred liquids, and she got younger, and Weary got increasingly wider and tired.
What were they both holding?
Hands.
A rose.
She held his hand.
No, she did, but the rose is what I was getting at, yes. A rose. Her dead rose came to life, and his live rose nearly died. After Weary collapsed into Dinari's arms, what did Seraphina do?
She maniacally laughed like an evil person.
No, she didn't.
And she said...
Nothing. Anybody else want to tell?
There.
Okay, you weren't, because you said she said and she didn't. What did she do?
She left.
Went back home in her hut.
She did. She just completely ignored all of you and left. You guys had no choice but to set up a cottage a little way from Seraphina's hut. And then we entered into Weary's dreams. Who was in your dream with you, Weary?
Reba.
Reba, indeed. Who is Reba, for those who have forgotten?
She's a
Reba.
mom.
Yeah, the pirate in the soul coin.
She is the pirate in the soul coin. She offered you 2 choices. Well, you were offered 2 choices. You were aware of 2 choices. A familiar voice called you from the west. What was in the east?
Return to life.
Indeed, and to the west was death. Once you made that choice, you began to be a little less close to death. And Dinari was obviously incredibly worried and very attentive. In fact, we couldn't even get her to sleep. What did she do eventually to get herself to sleep, or what did you guys do to aid her to sleep, etc.?
We tired her out by fighting summons.
Yep, you gave her a summons to fight. And eventually she got some sleep. Weary stirred for a moment, but apart from that, there really wasn't a huge amount of discussion going on. Seraphina turned up at your door. Why?
Because she wanted us gone from her parameter.
Yep. And
She's like, you're too close, you're annoying me.
yep, she facilitated
Oh my
this
God.
by simply banishing your magical hut and all of you inside it to a completely different place. Where did she put
Yep.
you?
Outside Novena.
Mm-hmm. In the outskirts of Norvina. After that, a festival rolled around. What was the name of the festival?
The Giving Festival.
You don't know
Christmas.
the answer.
Harvest?
Shut up and let somebody else
Vela's
answer.
Bounty.
Jesus.
Harvest Bounty.
Bella's
good job.
Bounty, yes, thank you. I think that was both Jack and Bumpkin said that. Was that?
Nah, it was Elora.
Oh,
Oh, I said bounty, but I think
something. I didn't
I
hear
wasn't
Bella
quite
from
getting it.
her.
I was missing a word.
There we go. Yeah, and this was the purpose of this was the harvest. And was it William and Anivari who went? Right.
Mhm.
Okay. What did you do there?
Hug around awkwardly on the outskirts.
Mm-hmm. And who did you meet and converse with?
I think it was Henson, really. The notes say Jackson, but I thought it was Henson.
This is actually where I may have got it wrong in the notes, because Henson's picture did come up during the session, but we were invited to Jackson's house, I could have sworn, for dinner.
If you were invited to Jackson's house, that is purely my mistake. Jackson's house
Oops.
is Henson's house. he
Okay.
lives at Henson's, right? He's his man.
I wasn't sure if they were the same. But okay, I'll change them.
So, but who was it who came and talked to us? Was it?
It started off as Jackson coming over and having a little chat, and then Henson really was the one who got engaged in the sort of started telling you. Well, told you what? What did he tell you about? What did you discover?
He told us about Hollis.
Hallis, indeed. And who is Hallis apart from the old chef on a boat? I've honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I've been thinking about how to tie it in, and I've decided I can't. There was a mistake last session where I gave the previous chef on Reba's boat, the name of the Whisperer in Norvina, and it was just an error, and I thought I could do something interesting, and I can't. It was just a mistake. Yeah. But Hallis, who and as called the Whisperer, who was he?
New guy in court.
More specific?
He's Lady Christina's new confidant.
Indeed, and advisor. At this point, it was time for the Harvest Crowning, which William was desperate to win. But unfortunately, it did not fall to you, William. Who won instead?
The Nepo baby.
The Nepo baby. And not Renfrey, for that matter. It was our lovely Prince Aemon. Did he seem different?
Yeah.
Why? It was different. How was he different? What perception did you get of him?
He was accepting of the title of prince, which was the first time we'd heard that.
He did seem oddly okay with this situation. And he was not crowned with the traditional harvest crown. What was he instead crowned with?
Like a gold crown or something like
It was this very crown that you see here. On
look
his
at
head. Yep. And very quickly, all the nobles decided to leave. He stuck around with his mother, but everybody else seemed to make a very quick disappearance. It was at this moment that you were invited for a meal, which you declined based on Toothy's health. Weary's health. Fuck me. I should ban people from playing two characters, especially two characters with the similar sounding names. They both ended in E. All right, let me have that. Anyway, but you said that maybe you could make it in a few days hence. And it is... Have I missed anything? I don't think so, right? It is at that moment that we will resume. And it's post-festival, you guys come back, you note that Dinari is sort of awake and keeping an eye over the resting Weary. Weary, I will take a D100, please.
D100, okay.
I don't know what a solo Kizard is. I don't know what you're talking about.
58.
Okay. Yeah, you can deal out an exhaustion card.
Hey.
Isn't that nice? Okay.
Down to 7.
As Weary begins his sort of long road to recovery, Weary, you fall into a dreamless state. And I will tell you, the following morning, so Dinari, you can take a long rest. You can deal out your exhaustion card. The others will watch over at night, and you'll have somebody watching Weary at all times. But I will tell you that the following morning, Weary does not stir at any point. You can probably feed him some porridge. You can, you can get some fluids into him. You can shake him. You can poke him. You probably could stab him. He does not stir at all at any point. You wait and evening falls. Still nothing. Where you may roll me a con save.
Con save.
Yep.
Nat 20.
Nice. You can deal me 2 exhaustion cards.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Halfway there.
Yep. And the following morning, Weary, it's sort of, Dinari is awake and at your door. Anivari and William have got up for the morning. It's sort of 8 a.m., 8:30. Weary wakes up ravenously hungry. You're not too, your body's tired and you feel a little weak, but more than anything, you are starving.
Am I able to get up yet?
Let's find out. As you sort of sit up in bed, immediately, Dinari, you will notice, of course. And do you mind? Excuse me. She's got her claws in the side of my shorts, and like she's hanging from my leg. It's driving me nuts. You can try and get up. You feel a bit unsteady, but yeah, as you sit up and then later stand up, you feel all right. Sorry about the packet. And Dinari, you will see him sit up and then get up.
Mm-hmm. Hey, take it slow, dude. You've been down for a couple days.
But parts of it felt like I was in the realest dream of my life. And then other parts of it was like what I imagined what it was like before I was born.
I'm happy to hear that. That sounds kind of nice. All things considered.
I'm sure it could have been a lot worse, somehow.
Yeah. You feeling up for breakfast or something?
I'm starving.
Say the word. I will. Anything that you want, I'll go get it.
Just anything filling. I'll eat bootstraps if I have to.
Good gods, okay, we'll get you something better. But, let's try and get you downstairs. Do you want to eat downstairs, or do you want to stay here?
No, I want to keep up. See if that up builds my strength again.
Okay, well, slow and steady. Go up a bunch of stairs.
Maybe just hold on to me a bit.
I could also just fully hold you. If you need to. Feet off the ground or anything?
I'm an old man, but I'm not an invalid yet.
Oh yeah, but let's get you stable on, flat ground first before we try, the dastardly stairs.
Mm-hmm.
If you want.
All right.
You can make your way to the stairs, and you're tired and drawn, but you don't feel unsteady. You don't feel shaky. You feel a little weak, but there's not much weary to carry. or to, of yourself. There's not, you're not a big bulky person. It's you can sort of gently make your way down the stairs. And William and Anivari, you hear an absolute cacophony at the front door. It sounds like somebody is simultaneously strangling a bird and trying to break the door down.
I will draw my sword and go over and just slightly open the door.
Yeah, as you slightly open the door, there is like a bustle and a flight of feathers as Cantankerous Tim just bursts in. So they fly straight past, circles around the kitchen 3 or 4 times, then halfway on the stairs, where he just swoops in and lands on your shoulder and begins to sort of like pull at bits of your hair with his beak.
Yes.
He will swoop back into the kitchen and stand on the table and wait expectantly for you to come and sit down. He looks very pleased with himself and managing to get into the cottage.
Look who's awake.
He turns and squawks fairly rudely at you, Anivari, and then looks back at Weary.
I put the sword away.
Maybe keep it out just in case.
Pull it halfway out.
He turns, he gives you the most side-eye, and I was going to say a duck, the most side-eye an albatross can ever give, and then returns to waiting for Weary to sit down, where you can make your way to the seat. And as I said, you are absolutely ravenous. And with it, it's not long before the kitchen itself starts trying to provide for you. A bowl of porridge is placed in front of you. Some bread is placed in front of you. There's a teapot and a coffee pot vying for attention.
I think as I go to eat, I'm like, I just eat too fast for what I can actually eat. It just gets all on my beard and it starts like slopping down and stuff like that. And,
yeah. Go through 3 bowls of porridge, maybe some bread, possibly some honey, maybe some tea, probably a pastry or 2. And it just feels like there is just a vast cavern of emptiness inside you. And as you began to continue eating, try and really find that strength. Roll me a D100.
All right. Oh, 96.
Yeah. That's what your body needed, more than anything right now. You've had the sleep, you've had the rest. It feels like now you feel a bit on the mend. You feel full, you feel satisfied, you're a little rested. You're not in the state you were. Tim sort of plucks at you a little bit and then sort of gently informs you that you don't smell very good and then flies off. He's happy that you're okay.
Yeah. Good to see you too, mate.
Other than very, very hungry, how do you feel?
I guess I am a bit smelly. But I notice it, which is weird.
There's a sickly smell to the sweat as well, though. Like, you smell sick. You don't smell, just bad.
Yeah. Maybe I'm too used to baths, but I think I need one.
Is there room in the cottage for a bath or anything? Or
so there is a tub. There is a copper tub. You can move it from room to room. There is also there's a cleaning basin in each room that will continuously run if you turn the tap on. So you can fill buckets from there and fill the bathroom there quite easily.
Yeah, if you want it, I'll bring the tub up to your room. Leave you with some stuff.
Yeah, that would be nice, thank you.
Yeah, I'll go get on that. It's just... haven't even eaten breakfast yet, it's just up and go.
Move the tub in there, you want a bath for Toothy. Weary.
You're not gonna.
My next
Oh, let's
character will
leave
not
it.
be an Australian slangy sort of name.
It won't matter. It won't matter. You can go from fucking from becoming Elora will contest. There have been many names, and I still get them all jumbled up equally. Same with Josh. I call Josh Sebastian. That guy's. I haven't played with that guy for over a year. It's very confusing. There's just too many names in my head. But yeah. You can run the bath, and about an hour or two after where he's got himself in the bath and is feeling really good, there's a knock at the door.
I'll go to the door.
Okay. Yeah, William, you as you were heading to the door, you hear, it's Jackson!
Ugh.
Is this the right house, right?
I stop at the door and pause, and then I open the door.
Yeah, and he's not there
Hello,
alone.
Jackson.
He is there with his
Isaac.
partner, Isaac, as they have recently been engaged. He says, well, I came to invite you to a formal evening meal at Henson's 3 nights hence.
Yeah, I think
Well,
we've
we
already
had
been
picked a particular
invited.
date, and I needed to give you this, and he gives you like a formal invite. And he says, and I'd also like to invite you to our wedding.
Oh, when is it?
And he will inform you that it is in. Oh, I should have opened the calendar before I asked that question. I forgot it was next month. Bear with. I'm rushing. It is in Emberfall on the 22nd.
How long away is that?
You're currently on the 24th of Gold Harvest, so it is 10, 20, 28 days away.
Oh, when did you get engaged?
Oh, a week ago or so. You came to the house on the day we were celebrating.
Oh, that's very quick. You've managed to organise that.
The wedding?
Yeah.
When nobody's special, it's a lot of weddings are organised for the next 10 day, but Isaac's parents are coming, and they've got quite a long way to travel.
Well, I'll see if we can.
All of you, of course, not just yourself.
make-
All 4 of you.
Make it, yeah.
And he hands you a second.
William looks
envelope.
like very awkward. He's like he doesn't really know what to say to this happiness, to this kind of love. He's like, yeah, okay.
Wonderful. We're off to deliver the rest of the invites. And you can see Isaac sort of like. He's not quite rolling his eyes, but you can see he's been dragged along while Jackson effectively both shows him off and gives out the invites. Like, Jackson's obviously enjoying this a lot more than Isaac is.
Well, sure. Why wouldn't he show him off? I mean, you could cut glass with Isaac's jawline,
You're gonna make me put us on roll 20 so I can show everybody his art. That is Isaac and Jackson.
Could melt snow with those eyes.
He could cut butter with his ears. Anyway, yes.
Yeah.
So invites delivered.
Yeah, I will close the door and turn around and just kind of like pretend this is the invite. Just be like, we're invited to a wedding.
So you've got one formal invite for the dinner, which is for the 4 of you, and it's addressed to all 4 of you. For the wedding, you've got 4 individual invitations.
Okay, well, then pretend all these Pokemon cards are the letters.
So as you look at them, you will see
invitations to a
William.
wedding.
It's just to William, and it's beautifully written. To Anivari, it's written to Anivari, and it's beautifully spelt. Dinari spelt with 2 N's, but they're giving it a good go. Actually, Anivari would also be spelt with 2 N's. It is Weary, however, that is the strangest one. It's Wheeery is what they've gone for. They really weren't sure, but they were sure it couldn't be spelled Weary. And if it was spelled that way, they'd rather make a spelling mistake than have done it the other way around and got it wrong.
Makes sense.
So yes, we're here. Yeah, all four of you have an invite. And as you open it, 3 little pieces of confetti fall out. Each one of you has 3 pink confetti roses that smell faintly of roses. It's
So they smell of nothing.
Roses smell good.
Roses don't smell like anything. They just smell like wet flour.
Oh, dear.
If somebody comes into my room while I'm bathing to give this to
Oh
me,
yeah, true. That is happening. Where is it, the bar?
I mean, I won't. I'll just put them all on like the coffee table or whatever. William's very has no stakes in this at all. Like he's very like, if we don't go, he's very happy not to go. So I won't bring it to you. But I don't know if the other two will.
I'd give you your privacy in the bath like we did before, right? Because I was speaking outside the door last time we paid, so...
Do you just stand
But
outside
once
the
you
door?
see
There's
this-
a wedding invitation!
I guess so. Yeah,
I might like occasionally walk by to make sure there's still noise, to make sure he hasn't fallen asleep in the tub and drowned.
Is Weary singing the bar?
Yeah. Sit by the door.
yeah, I think he sings like old sea shanties.
Oh, I love
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do any of his songs resemble what I had heard?
I don't know. I think it's like like ones that keep the tempo for when you're working. You know what I mean? Like not like the pretty ones, but I think he like sees the bath as a chore.
Yeah.
And so
it's
it's like needs to keep him like, oh yeah, I'm not used to this, so I need to like keep my mind focused to get myself properly cleaned. And then I think he just, when he's done, I think he likes the bath, and then he just whistles when he's like done, and just like
Aww.
he's just enjoying himself in this.
Specifically though, Dinari, you were saying that you wouldn't have heard the song that the lady sang.
Yeah,
Is that
it sounds
right?
like I did.
That's
yeah.
the song I whistle.
Right, yeah, okay,
Ooh.
sorry. I see. Yeah, okay, interesting.
Yeah, so if you're walking past and you hear me whistling after I've cleaned myself, you probably would have picked that up.
With that
Is anyone
done-
else upstairs?
Sorry, go on.
Oh, ma'am downstairs.
I mean, if I can hear that there's still like activity in the distance, I wouldn't have come upstairs.
I think then if you can hear, I will join in humming that tune outside the door.
Do I hear that?
Give me a perception check.
You tell me.
-5.
Duet, duet, duet.
No.
10.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Don't achieve much really in these days, Weary. But yeah, unless anybody has anything major they want to do, I'm gonna just let time pass. Is that okay? Great.
I think as I finish up and I come downstairs and I get the invitation, I see the rose petals and I smell the roses. I think I get like a look of dread because I'm reminded of the rose.
I will automatically use control flames and take some of the flame in the fireplace and just sing it over on the roses.
Yeah, I'm just like freak out a
Can I do
bit,
that?
like just like traumatized from the rose.
Can I do that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's fine. I need 3 con saves in a row. Where? 3 nights in a row.
Yeah. That one.
You don't lose any exhaustion that night. That's a -4,
That
by the way.
Oh my
2
god!
-4s in a row. And the third day, a 1. A dirty 1 this time instead of a nat 1.
dirty one.
Okay,
Dirty.
3 days later, where his body's on the mend, but it seems like the tiredness is something that a person who names themselves weary is going to struggle to recover from. You can deal me out 1, because I think over 3 days, even with 2 nat 1s, you would manage to get rid of
That's so
1
funny.
of the exhaustion. But yeah, it is the day of Henson's dinner. And you've been invited to a private dinner at Henson's, the 4 of you. and Jackson will come and collect you at 6:30 p.m. I assume that you've got yourselves clean and tidied up and whatever, but it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I just wonder if there's any specific preparations you'd be making for going to a posh dinner.
Maybe asking around to maybe even William, like, what the proper attire is, because I've got, like, big ditzy gowns, and then also, like, my leathers, plus also the 2 extra outfits, so it's like, which one does the situation call for?
I was never allowed to go to such a public event, so I really don't know the etiquette.
Okay, well, before you were blocked from the doors to these events, what were the people wearing? As I'm like already kind of in the ballroom fit, but like it's not tied up all the way.
I don't know. I've never been to a wedding.
No, this isn't the wedding. This is a dinner at...
This is the dinner.
It's just a dinner at Henson's house.
Sorry. I thought you were talking about...
And it's private. You know that he's not inviting anyone else other than you four.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, then my bad. Then I'll just say, well, what you want? I mean, there's no... If it's a private function, then if they've not specified that there's a theme or anything, you can just... whatever you want.
We had our outfits for like the gaming hall, right? They're simpler.
Look, as long as someone else is wearing those simple outfits, because if I'm the only one in this gown, I swear
this
I'm
one?
gonna burn it. Let me see what this one is.
Dinari Noble 2, this one. Is that the simple gaming outfit?
That was one of them. It was also the one with the...
Is this
Yeah, I
yours,
think that
Anivari? Yep. Okay. Where he is, looking like God.
I just got my browns on. I think I had like...
I've got 2 for William. I think this was the gaming hall one, is that right?
Maybe. I actually redid all of his shift weave.
Oh.
Did you buy a new shift weave, or...?
No, I just like... I still have a
I
black
was joking.
one, a black look, and a gold look, like the two that
I
I've
was
used
joking.
so far.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, tell me what he'll be wearing.
Okay. Well, definitely not that one. So
just send it to me in a
so
day.
yeah, that's fine. So I made a black, gold, and purple one because those are the ones I did, and then I made another regular one, and then I made one that's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's more... I don't know. I don't know when I would ever wear it, but I have it just in case.
But this is what you're wearing this time?
Yes, that's the one I'm wearing this time.
No.
Oh.
Lovely.
So yeah, the 4 of you are sort of smart casual, if you would. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do before leaving? At 6 p.m, there is a knock on the door. And waiting outside is a carriage pulled by a single horse, and Jackson sort of knocks on the door and says, I understand that perhaps Weary was still not too well. I thought we'd provide transport. That's okay.
That's very thoughtful of you.
Well, he nods. See him take the compliment, because it was him that thought of it. But yes, he will take you up to Henson's home. You've been there before, sort of beautiful building, 2 wings, one on either side, and then a large central hall. You came in, there was a massive chandelier, a little bench to sit on. And this time you are shown straight to the dining hall. This has a sort of 16-seater table, 8 on each side. But you notice it is not laid. Jackson will sort of lead you in there and then sort of say, Henson doesn't mind if you'd rather eat in the dining hall, but he thought you might prefer a less formal affair, and has prepared a table in the conservatory.
Sounds perfect.
What's a conservatory?
The summer room. There's lots of glass, and you can see the night sky through it in this time of night, and it's just a bit more of a casual affair.
Yeah. I think we wouldn't mind that.
He'll lead you through, and there's a round table with 6 seats, and all 6 are laid. and there is an older woman. She sort of looks like she's in her 70s. She's got close cropped curly hair, curly grey hair. She's a black lady with a sort of little pinafore on, and she looks at you all. Oh. She takes a moment to stare at, almost rudely, at Anivari and Dinari and just sort of scrutinizes. And then when Weary comes in, she does speak up. She's looking a bit thin. We'll have to eat well tonight. You can sit there. I'll make sure you get enough of everything.
Thank you, madam. Feeling a bit thin.
Oh. Only one solution to that, and then she sort of looks at William and gives a little nod, and she gestures for the four of you to sit down. Jackson will sit down alongside you. She sort of makes this noise somewhere between a scoff, a tut, and kissing her teeth. It's just you. This is and she's sort of almost like I don't think it's going to come through properly on the microphone, but yeah, you see, it's a noise of disappointment.
Is this the mother-in-law?
Mm-mm. Absolutely not. She's definitely a servant. She's in servant's attire. She's just obviously given a little bit of free will in the house more than the others. But yes, after a short while, Henson will come down. Sorry, I was trying to choose what to wear. And you notice what he's actually wearing is a very serviceable pair of like sort of almost work pants in leather. A plain white tunic and like a little jerkin over the top. It's not particularly dissimilar to what he went hunting in. You can tell he's tried to judge what you will come in and then not come in overdressed. You may give me an insight check. Anybody who has a passive insight of 13 or higher.
Ooh.
I do, but is it worth it?
That's 20, 24.
You very much should, Weary. I want to see how low you can go. Oh, 14's great.
18 minus 4, 14. But, I mean, William got the...
Yeah, well, with an nat 20, William, you know that he obviously spent a lot of time, like, really trying to consciously choose this outfit in an attempt to make you guys comfortable.
Yeah, okay.
He looks up, and Irene, can you close the patio doors?
Come on, Irene.
And that's Eileen, if you will. This is Irene. Look, she was originally called Jolene, and I knew there'll be no lack of jokes if I called her that. So I changed her name to Irene. Let me have this one. Anyway, she closed the doors. So basically, you're in this lovely summer house conservatory. It's glass-walled, glass-roofed, and then there's this sort of large parasol-like umbrella just underneath the ceiling that shades a little area, so you know you wouldn't get too much sunlight if it was sunlight. But it's about 6:30 in the evening, 6:45. The sun has set. We are headed into winter. And instead, out of the windows, you can just see the stars. And a beautiful garden, obviously very well kept, lots of water features, a little pond, some beautifully mown grass, not mown by Josh, by the way. And Josh wasn't here for that moment. Jack had a dream where you were mowing the lawn in his next door neighbour's garden. I said you wouldn't possibly be in Australia, there's too many spiders, and you wouldn't mow the lawn.
No.
And I love the way you're just eating strays everywhere. I tap into the Streamlabs chat, and Pyrus is taking snipe shots at you as well. It's beautiful. Anyway, she shuts the doors so that you're completely secluded and it's quiet. And you hear some music inside the house, which is obviously playing. And he says, "Good, we're now in full privacy." Irene's been with the family for... How long have you been with us, Irene? Far longer than you've been alive. Don't be so rude and ask a lady her age. And with that, she sort of smiles at you all, gives you a little reassuring smile. And she'll begin to move around. She will just pour for you. She doesn't ask anybody what they want. She pours wine for each of you. She puts a big sort of sharing platter of bread and oil. You'll notice she starts it in the center of the table and then she shuffles it over towards Weary's seat so that it's like slightly closer to him than everybody else. And you'll note that whilst she doesn't serve anyone, Jackson serves Henson. And when she notices this the second time round, as she's moving past, she slaps Jackson's wrist very hard, and it makes a resounding crack. And he goes, "Oh, sorry, ma'am." And then Henson will begin to serve himself after that. You see that Henson makes no attempt to start any conversation at all.
How's the plans for the wedding coming along?
Wonderful, thank you. Jackson sort of immediately, because he's been waiting for you to ask. And he'll immediately say, well, we were trying to decide if we were going to go with a teal set or if we were going to go with a turquoise set. We thought about it long and hard, but we've decided to go with cream and gold. And we've gone for 3 bridesmaids. I don't think that's too many. Do you think 3 bridesmaids is too many? Isaac said it might be too many.
I would have had 4 groomsmen.
Oh, goodness me, do we need bridesmaids? We chose a bridesmaid each and then 1 mutual friend. Maybe we should have... I didn't... not so sure. And we've got... we've managed to secure the old chapel for it, which is lovely because Isaac goes to Chester every week and that's his place of comfort and he really likes it. But then for the... And then he just will literally wax lyrical about his wedding for the entirety of the... Yeah?
Sorry, go on.
Go on. Did he say...
Did you 3 bridesmaids?
3, and he was asking if it was too many.
Who's the bride?
Well, it's a turn of phrase. They will be following me up the aisle. We've decided that Isaac's going to wait, and that he's going to walk in first with his father, who is going to take him to the altar, and then I'm going to follow with the bridesmaids. It's like a mix of traditions. Do you think we should name them something else? Groomsmaids?
Nah, it's fine, mate.
And then he will again continue to wax lyrical for like the entire... There's a starter comes out, there's a lovely soup and some bread. That goes away, and then the fish course comes. And it's quite a small course, but there's a small piece of salmon. There's some lovely crushed potatoes. A little bit of sort of mixtures of various green vegetables. You'll see asparagus, green beans, peas, broccoli, all in a little circle, and there's a little sort of compote of a bit like a garlic mayonnaise for it. And then finally, when that's cleared, the main course comes, which is a small venison steak with cream mashed potatoes and some beetroot. Once that's served, he's going, and then Henson very gently puts an arm on his hand on his arm. He says, and that's about it.
Seems like you're happy as happy can be.
He nods, and then Henson says, sorry to interrupt the happy conversation, but I did invite you here for a purpose, and whilst your company is very enjoyable, I wanted to bring that up now.
What is the purpose? You see, like, William is very happy to quickly be talking about anything else. Wedding.
Truth be told, Lady Christina has a new advisor. As I mentioned, the Whisperer is what they're calling him, though his name is Hannes. He appeared out of nowhere, and no one really knows exactly where he's come from. And she's immediately taken him completely into her trust. Whilst that wouldn't be so worrying, the boy, Prince Aemon, has now acknowledged and accepted the title. She speaks of change coming. She speaks of his rise to power. A lot of the nobles are worried. But more worrying than anything is one of the nobles. I think you met Fiona, did you not?
Yeah, we did.
She questioned Aemon on his new disposition, and he was spending a lot of time with Baron Hewlett, who I know that you didn't. Baronet Hewlin, sorry, who I know you didn't get on very well with. That was 3 days ago. Fiona's not been seen since. She's like a sister to me. I've been to her house. Her parents don't know where she is. But there are stories that say that she's been taken to Durban. There's rumors that she's travelled there.
She's just gone.
She's gone. She would have sent me a note. I know she would have sent me a note.
I know we haven't known Ammon long, but this is so out of character. Is there a chance that there's something magical going on?
You would be far more the expert than I, but... I don't know. I don't think... It seemed a bit like he's buckling under his mother's will a little. But... he's remained his pleasant self in conversation, at least. He's hanging around others as well, but it seems like he's trying to speak to people of importance and bring them to his point of view. He's always talking about a brighter future for Norvina. He keeps talking about less taxes and looking after the townsfolk and stuff. So his demeanor is still his own, but... I don't know, perhaps the Whisperer has spoken to him of the possibility of him using his power for good, or, and has changed his views a little bit. I'm mostly worried about Fiona, to be honest. I think this Whisperer got rid of her.
And why would he want to do that?
It's all about Christina's views for Prince Aemon's rise to power. Since he turned up, there's much more conversation about that and much more focus on that.
What has that got to do with Fiona?
Fiona was questioning that, saying that Prince Aemon had previously not, wanted all the power and hadn't accepted the title of prince. When she called into question that which Lady Christina seems to be most hopeful for,
She disappeared.
She disappeared.
Has anyone else spoke out against the shift in his views?
There was a brief moment at the very beginning, after the Whisper arrived. One of the lesser nobles made a comment. It didn't seem like much, but there wasn't much, there wasn't the dissent there should be. Sorry, James is trying to wheel out his words here. People who should have spoken out didn't. People who would normally say things didn't. I'm always erring on the cautious side, but others are not.
Well, what did this person say? This lesser noble?
Something about Prince Aemon having a quick change of mind or a quick change of view. He hasn't attended any functions since.
Has he been seen around the town?
Yes. He just hasn't been invited back.
Well, is that so strange?
No. Nobody really thought too much of it until Fiona disappeared.
Have you thought about perhaps speaking to the court mage to ask if he could speak to Fiona at distance?
He's been away on business for almost 10 days now.
What business?
What business?
Yeah, you just said.
I am not aware.
Oh. You just know that he's away on
he's
business.
away on business is what we're told.
What we're told? Do you think that there's a conspiracy going on here, a cover-up?
Well, he left about the same time Alice arrived. If there is magic involved, like you suggested, what may drag on not being present?
Do you think the Whisperer is trying to usurp that position as the court mage?
Or further, a certain motive of Lady Christina's that Court Mage Rhaegar might have slowed down, I'm not sure. He's odd.
Is it usual for the court mage to be gone so long?
No. For one who... He has the ability to travel from certain places back to ours, something to do with circles. He's not... He normally comes back every 2 or 3 days and at least, spends a day or so here and then... Does William chuckle or just Josh?
I'm just chuckling at the almighty power of geometry.
Yes, it is definitely something to do with circles. He knows that much. You already know that Court Mage Rhaegar has teleportation circles in all the local villages.
Mm-hmm.
And he also... What am I trying to get to? Sorry. My words are going to stop if I try and use words and mouse at the same time. He has teleportation circles in Greycoat, Matlock, Ashbourne, Norvina, and Burwood, and Elmy, and Catra. So unless he's gone further afield than that, and then you're not so sure. But then you also know that major towns and cities in other regions or countries have mages guilds that would allow them to teleport back to Durban. There's really no logical reason for him to stay away so long with the ability to teleport so easily, unless he's very involved in something specific.
Yeah, like being trapped on the top of a tower and his staff taken away from him, and he's waiting for a moth to find him.
Or a guy with blonde hair and brown roots.
Yeah, he's not doing anything. He's like in that one scene and then has never seen or heard from ever again. Is there any public knowledge about him, where he's from, or his public reasoning as to why he's come here? Or is this just completely shrouded in mystery?
He's come as an advisor to Lady Christina, that is all we know.
At her request?
Indeed. So she says.
So he was at least known to her before.
Oh, that's the thing. She doesn't say where he's from or where she requested him from. She never spoke about needing an advisor. I mean, not that I'm her closest confidant, but I've used one of the messaging services to speak to one of my friends in that place. James has forgotten the name of. That's really frustrating, and I'm not going to be able to see it, but you guys are. It's the Diamond of the Woods, but I don't know what the first word is. It is here. Somewhere.
Oh,
here we go. Yveslin. Yeah, Yveslin, Diamond of the Woods. I've spoken to my friends, a friend at Yveslin, Diamond of the Woods. I assume that's where an advisor of an elven nature that she knows would come from, as her grandmother is the queen at Yveslin. But they've never heard of him either. So you know that her line is the main power, the queen at Yveslin. And Lord Martin, his grandfather was married to the sister of her mother, and that line were once in power at Helmfirth, as were this line. So you know that she has all these like royal connections and stuff, but it's mostly between Norvina and Yveslin. That's why she thinks that Prince Aemon should be King Aemon, right? Effectively, or that he should be a prince because he's got royal blood and stuff. But yeah, he basically says, but nobody in Yveslin has ever heard of this Hallis either.
What if all these things aren't connected?
Well, that's perfectly plausible, but he is still odd. Where has he come from? Why is he here, and what is he saying? And where did Fiona go?
The world's full of weird people.
Speaking of Fiona, though, of all places for her to go or disappear to, why are you saying Durban?
She hates the city.
Why?
She always did. She likes the countryside, quiet life. She wanted to move on to a farm when she married.
So why would she have gone to Durban?
I don't think she would, not by choice. That's why I worried so much, and she would have left me a note.
Where did the rumors come from?
I don't know, but it was her mother that repeated them to me. She said a few of her friends said she was going to Durban. Why wouldn't she tell her mother she was going to Durban? Why wouldn't she use the carriage? How was she travelling? Why did no one see her leave? I don't know.
Have you been to her estate?
Yes, I went to speak with her mother and father. She's not there, and they said they thought she'd travelled to Durban, or so the rumours said, is what mother said.
Rumors from friends. Have you spoken to these friends?
Fiona, our closest friends were myself and Renfrey, and she hasn't told either of us anything. I don't even know who these friends might be.
Have you investigated her room to see if there's any clues?
I didn't want to seem too pushy. Her mother seemed a little out of sorts.
In what way?
In what way?
She seemed very relaxed and not overly concerned about her daughter's disappearance, as I see it, which isn't like her mother at all. She's an anxious type. But she was quite evasive when I asked questions and wouldn't let me in. I didn't
Do you
want to
think
push
she
her
could
out.
be involved?
Not willingly. Fiona's mother dotes on her, and as I said, is a very anxious sort.
Sorry, how long ago was this again?
3
Since
days
we've last
she's been
seen-
gone.
Hmm.
The morning after the night before. Wow, the morning after the night before. The morning after the night that she spoke out against Prince Amy.
I'm gonna use one of my sorcery points to subtle spell message
Okay.
to Anivari. I really don't know how to say this without being a jerk.
Be a jerk.
Oh, sounding like
As long as you're not being a jerk to Anivari.
I'm not.
Great.
To her
Go ahead.
specifically. I will just say. I'll say is there any way to determine whether or not a changeling is using their abilities?
Atticus seemed to have a way, but I don't know one.
William, you may give me an Arcana check.
Okay. 16.
A creature with true sight may realize that it is then not their completely natural form. But not like no specifics. Wouldn't know what their natural form looked like, but they may gain some idea.
Something's not quite right.
The biggest way to know is like a highly developed form of detect thoughts. Being able to read someone's mind would allow you to know that basically the image of themselves that they view is not the image that they're in.
Yeah, I think William's just trying to think of possibilities of which that would explain a drastic change in personality. One of those being that someone's impersonating them. You know.
You do also, with a 16 Arcana check, you do know of doppelgangers as well. Doppelgangers are magical creatures who can perfectly impersonate somebody as long as they have been able to examine their memories and thoughts.
I think yes, but I don't think he knows too much about them, so I don't think he would know if they would have if they have the kind of intelligence, like what would they be after to do something, like, you know what I mean?
You would know that doppelgangers are always hired. They do it for money.
Okay, so they are like people. They're not like
They're creatures for hire.
Okay, but they're intelligent enough to
Very
have
intelligent,
like
yes.
wants and needs and all of. Okay, cool.
Wants and needs, yes, but doppelgangers always work for money. Always.
Okay, sure.
You would know that. Yeah. That is, Weary, you were going to say something.
Oh, I just wanted to sort of say, like, is there any more questions before we start laying out some sort of plan here?
When you say that her mother was relaxed, do you just mean she didn't seem bothered, or did she seem drugged?
No, but she was. First of all, she's always an anxious type. She's always, oh my dear Fiona, oh my dear Fiona. You know, I mean, if Fiona was gone for an hour, she'd be questioning where she was, and she didn't seem bothered at all. But she also wasn't. She's always wound tight. Do you know what I mean? She's always sort of, you know, worried about something or other, and she just seemed very at ease.
I suppose we could always go to the estate and see if her parents will let us look in her room, see if there's anything there that could lead us somewhere.
All right. So we're focusing on Fiona. That's what we're gonna to look for and find Fiona.
I guess so.
That's what our primary goal is.
Well, if it leads to more answers about the Whisperer, then I think it's as good as a starting point as any.
That's yeah.
If you're up for it, though, Weary.
Yeah, of course. If that's the case, then yes, where do we start? So yes, we start with the estate, start with her mother, look for clues in her room, stuff like that. We can, you know.
If you need any resources, I'll help you. Henson says, and
Yeah.
I'll pay you well for the work. I understand that, you know, that's a necessity. If you can find her, I'll give you 200 gold for news of her whereabouts, or 500 gold pieces if she's somewhere else and you return her.
It's not about that.
All I can
But that's appreciated, but it's not about that. So we could start there. We could how are we going to approach? Because she's already been questioned before by Henson, the mother that is.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to be different about our approach?
Well, I think the first thing we need to figure out who exactly is we when it comes to checking your room. Now, looking more to Henson and Jackson, trying to ask, like, are they gonna... They're not just gonna let a pair of tieflings also just rifle in your room. Got something in your teeth?
Irene sort of... I can get you into the house. If you want to sneak in.
How?
My daughter works up at Fiona's estate. I can get you in the servants' entrance, if you don't mind dressing as servants. Sorry for speaking out of turn, Master. She smiles at him.
Well, that's an option.
Dessert, anyone?
It's a good way.
Toffee pudding? Let me know. And then she goes out and shuts the door, leaving you guys to think.
I think she's suspicious. Where has she come from?
She's been with the family longer than Henson has been alive. All right, don't waste your time with Irene. Anyway, when she comes back, she will let you know that her daughter Claudia basically is a servant at I have Fiona's surname somewhere, but fuck knows where. At Fiona's place of residence.
Okay, so if that's the case, I know I'm not feeling too up for things, but I've got a lot of experience sort of, you know, sneaking about in confined places. Though I think somebody else should come with me.
I'll come with you.
Okay. Just gonna say my peepers aren't as good as they once used to be.
That's all right.
But
For what it's worth, guys, you can definitely sneak all 4 of you in. Like, the
okay.
DM likes you staying together.
Ew.
Otherwise, 2 of you
we
just
all
sit
go.
outside. It's just pointless.
All right. The other way is that if that, for a backup, if that fails, do you think we could do something like? Now I'm just spitballing here. We could get up to court again and start calling out what's going on, and maybe they take us away and we go to wherever. You know what I mean? Like we're removed from the city and they take us to where Fiona's gone.
I didn't want to mention this before to cause any undue harm, but I mean, Durban is a port town. You realize if she gets there close enough, within a very quick amount of time, you can go anywhere on the continent, even to other continents very quickly.
Don't worry about that. I've got some connections still.
What if she? I don't want to, bring up like an awful scenario.
She's not dead.
but
Henson
I
says
wasn't
very
going-
confidently from the
I wasn't
chair.
going to suggest that. However, we do know that a certain noble, or a couple of certain nobles, are in the business of messing with people's minds and playing with them, for a lack of a better word.
It's true.
Speaking of connections, we also know of 2 Norvina nobles who also have family connections to the harbors in Durban.
There are hoppers in this world?
No.
Harbors.
Ah, right, sorry.
Harpers.
I heard Harpers too. I was
Harbors.
Oh my
like,
goodness.
what have I said? What did I mean when I said Harpers?
Sorry. Harbor.
Yeah, no.
How actually? Yeah. How? I guess Jackson and Henson. What is their kind of relationship to Dorian and Chara?
They get on really, really well.
Is there any?
Yeah.
They don't
get
get
on
okay.
really,
Well,
no, they get on really, really well.
oh well.
they're really good
Hey. Then I might recommend that you 2 get in contact with each other and try to maybe suss out if there's some sort of illegal export going out of Durban. Just so that we can try to close down the radius of where exactly she might be.
Yeah. Any people smuggling?
Maybe you should
Yeah.
start with the house. She's not being smuggled anywhere, surely, right?
Can't
Oh.
rule anything out.
The house
You
is going
think
to
she might be
happen.
You think she might have been smuggled to Durban? Why would it further be different?
Well, why smuggle her anywhere? Why not just kill her?
She's not dead.
Perhaps we should continue this conversation back at the cottage. It seems to be
I think that would be for the best, Jackson
Leaving
says. But
a bad taste in
you
the
can't
evening.
leave without some brandy. Perhaps we could talk of lighter things for a moment. If you've got your plan sorted.
Okay.
Sure. What kind of wedding cake are you gonna have? I used to like this. That question like comes out of like a contorted mouth of someone not wanting to ask anything else. Of this.
Jackson sort of smiles, and I appreciate you
Steve.
asking, but I've spoken enough
Yeah.
about my wedding. I wanted to potentially still speak of dark things, just not quite as dark. This Whisperer. Do you you do magic, right? He looks at you.
Sure.
Do you have a magical way of finding out if he's really who he says he is?
No.
Reading his thoughts or exposing any illusions or detecting any sense of magic on him or something. I don't know.
I mean, I could attempt to try and see if there's something vaguely magical about him, but my powers do not extend to such things.
There is one very odd thing about
Much more about hiding than revealing.
I've got a friend who's one of the huntsmen who I asked him about Hale's. So he tried to spy on him. He climbed up the outside of the keep to look in on his room. He doesn't have a bed. That's weird, right?
Not all races sleep.
You're right, the elves don't sleep. So
Yeah, why is that?
well, they normally still most of the elves I know have still used beds. They just take their reverie in a bed or in a chair or whatever, but he doesn't, yeah. Maybe you're right, maybe it's just an elf thing.
Taking his reverie in another way.
Just thought it was really odd. No,
It's like hanging upside down like a bat.
Maybe he does that.
Maybe he's a vampire.
I didn't ask if there was a
Maybe
purge.
vampires
Do
don't
vampires
sleep.
hang upside down? Is that so all the blood they've drunk will come back to their fangs? And Henson sort of looks at him and, is this really the conversation we're on? Would you care for any brandy? Irene will pour some brandy. There's toffee pudding with pouring cream, which is really lovely. Toffee sponge and pouring cream, served hot. And after that, and some brandy, Henson will thank you for your time. And he sort of very awkwardly goes for a handshake with you, Dinari. You may give me an insight check.
Yeah.
Maybe he's trying to pass you a little note. Help me, I don't really want to get married.
No, Henson's not getting married. Jackson is.
What if everyone's getting married?
5.
5, you have no idea what he's trying to communicate.
Cool.
He goes in for a handshake and he presses something into your hand. It comes as a complete surprise and you've got no idea. It's very small. It's like a little tiny thing. You don't even know what it is. It feels a little sharp.
Excuse me.
He tried to stab you.
I got a much bigger blade. Don't worry about it.
It's miniature.
Yeah.
Sort of like, this way.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. With that, Jackson will see you guys
Just keep
out
my
back
hand
to the
fisted.
carriage. And then he leads you to the carriage. He sort of says, I don't think he's overly paranoid. For what it's worth.
This whole thing stinks. I don't think he is either.
He does get really paranoid. But, I've met Fiona's mother. For her to not be worried about her daughter being away for half an hour is beyond strange. And that whisper is off. Anyway, let's take you back to the house. Cottage.
Is it quiet?
Where did you get
like
the cottage? Is what quiet? The carriage?
No, the street.
You're very.
Eerily so?
No, just it's never busy at this time of night in the Noble District.
Okay.
Why? Might you murder someone?
I'm just wondering if we should
Sorry,
be
call back to
talking
Winston.
about the whisperer just loudly out in the
insane.
middle of the street.
He says this very quietly as he's leading you through the estate gardens, like before you've got onto the street. And before you get into the street, he asks whatever he just asked.
Where did you get the cottage?
Yeah. What did you get the cottage? That's what he asked. I didn't know there was a cottage on
Prince
the outside.
Aemon gave it
town.
to us.
Oh. I didn't know there was a cottage there.
Yeah, but... Yeah, it has a funny way of almost moving around.
That would be crazy though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How's
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Nothing's
Just
crazy
kinda
where you
blends
guys are
into the
concerned. With that, he will climb up onto the and drive the wagon. drive the carriage. Dinari, do you check what's in your hand at this point?
I feel like almost on instinct, I'd also come up on the carriage as well. Like,
Yeah,
come
you
up
can do so.
and sit next to me, sir. Yeah. Sorry, and sorry, just to double check. Who gave the thing in my hand and who is driving right now?
Jackson is the servant. He's driving the carriage. Isn't it weird? I never get confused between Jackson and Henson, but Weary and Toothy are the same person. Anyway, maybe that's why my head is full of NPCs. Jackson's a servant. He's driving the carriage. He would never have shaken your hand at the end of an evening. That would have been really weird. Henson put something in your hand and shook your hand. Henson is the one who was worried about Fiona. Jackson's getting married to Isaac and is the servant.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, Jackson's still a trusted person, so yeah, I'll still take the time to look down at what's in my palm.
Yeah, it's a ruby. Probably worth quite a bit.
It's a little bit of like a ooh, try to put it into like oh shit. Put it into the most secure pocket that I can find.
Yeah, you would know you can sell that in town if you wish. I will tell you all just for now so that I never have to remember again in future. It's worth about 75 gold pieces.
Woo! Put that in my equipment.
Cool. He'll take you down to the cottage and deliver you there. Weary, give me a con save.
Ooh. Oh, 19 minus 4 for
Cool.
15.
It was a long evening, but you manage. You're all right. Get out, carriage. You head up to your room. You're absolutely fine. You can deal out an exhaustion card.
Yay.
Cool. And yeah, you guys get back to the cottage. Nice and comfy. Just the four of you. All that jazz. You wanted to talk in private? You're in private. Go! Do the thing! It's roleplay time, guys! Brum.
So, I was wondering if perhaps, I mean, this might be a little out there, but there are people and creatures capable of disguising themselves as others. Both changeling, doppelgangers, simply the disguise self spell. I think it may be far-fetched, but I think it should be something that we should consider.
That her mother's not her mother.
Possibly.
It's a good call.
You think if they're going to impersonate someone, you do more research on their temperament. Because right now everyone's on high alert. It's just very different.
Unless it was a rush job. Maybe they didn't foresee someone speaking out like she did. They needed to silence her quickly.
But she's not a person who they wouldn't expect to be speaking out, so you wouldn't expect them to be doing a sloppy job.
Maybe she has some information that if she was her true self, she would give out.
Or some influence on the other nobles to sway their thinking.
Maybe.
I mean, he's already got the nickname The Whisperer. It would have taken that long to drum up more attention.
Speaking on this new Whisperer fellow, I know it seems like Jackson kind of put in the idea of them potentially using magic to influence people. I did get a little bit of a new trinket from Seraphina. It's this. She says that if anyone were to consume it, that it would put them under an anti-magic condition.
Okay, what fucking trinket? You got the tea! I was like, shit, did I get an item I totally forgot about?
A tea rinket.
God, I'm the worst at keeping secrets because I have my face just gives it away. I was like, what is she on about? I was like, what am I giving out? Yes, you do have a tea. That is true.
It's a bit more of a risky move. I don't know. Either. Well, I mean, William, you tell me. Is it more risky to cast a spell on someone or to try and convince them to drink a random cup of tea?
Yeah, William. What's it like to try and
Well,
slip
I don't know,
something
you're
back
Mr.
into
Magic
tea?
Man.
I suppose it depends on how you went about casting the magic. I'm fortunate that I can cast some of my magic without being noticed by others. But I suppose, is that easier than trying to get him to drink the tea? And hoping that it has an effect? And hoping that he doesn't realize that his... I mean, if he's in a state of like having something constantly up, he will notice immediately that that's been dropped. And then it's just a matter of time as to when he figures out who's done it, and if we're just the new weirdos at the court that have come back that haven't been there in a long time, and suddenly his magic's going weird.
Oh, you guys are actually entertaining the idea of going back to the courts. Like in person. Back with
What was you
Paladin
suggesting?
again. I don't know, but definitely not going back to face them.
Well, I
No,
doubt we're
I
gonna run
believe-
into him in the fucking tavern.
No, but I believe Dinari was suggesting to use the anti-magic tea on Fiona's mum, rather than
She could be, but I mean,
Oh, is that what
Whisper's
you were
also
saying?
a. Well, it could be either or. I mean, she'd be an easier target than.
Is there only enough for one cup? Is it
Yeah,
like
how many tea bags do you have?
got
Could
half
we
a
make a
pound.
pot?
you got half a pound? We can use it on everyone. But that does pose an interesting, like a little thought experiment though, of is the anti-magic tea magical, so you can detect it with a detect magic spell, or how do you detect it?
I suppose it would probably be classed as a poison.
So it's
That's also a
detect
good
poison.
I do only have one brew of each of those teas, right?
They're herbs, they're fresh herbs. It's not like you don't have tea bags. You have like a little section. I think I said a half pound of each. Would it be 5 uses? Technically, it's not a half pound at all, by the way. It's
Oh, okay.
it's 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. It's just a way of counting. It's 5 uses
Are
of
they-
each tea.
You said,
My
are
God,
they
you're-
winter herbs or
I
are
have-
they dried herbs?
Dried.
Could they be grown?
I suppose
You're
they
telling me
also
that I have 5 charges of an instant death tea in my bag right now.
I
That will
suppose we
solve
also.
that.
You, and you.
Don't mix up the anti-magic tea when we give it to Fiona's mother with the instant
Oh.
tea.
Well,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
suppose we've also got to hope that the anti-magic tea, that's all that it does. I mean, we are
Maybe-
taking Serafina's word for it.
Matt, look, and I'm saying this to James as well.
Look, God!
Maybe we don't all go in the servants' entrance and someone stays back and entertains the mum and drinks the tea with her to make sure it's not suspicious.
Well, I think I forget her name already. I'm so sorry.
Anivari?
No.
That would be ridiculous.
I
Yeah.
would forget that.
No, the person who said that was it. Oh, God, who could get us into the
Irene.
The,
Irene's
thank you.
daughter, Claudia. Yep.
Yeah, she's saying that we could be disguised as servants to be brought in. I mean, that puts. I'm assuming at least, Anivari and I would be the ones who are trying to be disguised as servants, as tieflings. So that puts us in, a potential conversational situation with Fiona's mom. And I got the tea.
I don't.
Get that?
I mean, we're not planning on brewing a single cup of tea and handing it to her directly and saying, "Hey, drink this," right? I mean, I'm sure
Exactly.
she drinks tea. That we can put that in the kitchens.
I don't know, but is that not like what servants can do? Or something? They just
I don't.
a whole bunch
I
of
don't
people
think
last
that's
time.
how it works.
Well, last time we were at at Henson's place, some people just came up and they're like, have some sandwiches.
Sure, but they've been instructed to do that. They wouldn't just do
This
that
is-
of their own volition.
This is also her estate. Like, imagine a serving coming up at your estate and going, "Here, have this," and then she'll be like, "I didn't order this."
Pretty much.
You know what I mean?
Well, maybe we like time it around lunchtime. When
Look, I think I go in. I try not to tell a lie, and I just go. Here, I'm just investigating the thing of your daughter. Do you mind if I come in? If she says no, I press a little bit and say like, look, some people are concerned. I'm just coming in to have a conversation. By the way, I have some tea. I'd love to have a cup. Would you like to join me? Well, then you guys go in as the servants and check around.
I don't know. I think we could all sneak in as servants and go rather unnoticed.
Yeah, but how do we get her to have the tea?
I think the tea is secondary. If she is a changeling or a doppelganger, I don't know that the tea would work.
Can I just throw out something, guys? Just a slight thought. You don't have to be sneaking in as servants and offering her tea at the same time. Why don't you go in as servants
That's the plan!
as a party, so we can do one seamless bit, and then if it doesn't work, you can come out, knock
We'll
on the
throw
door,
tea
and
in
offer
her
us some tea. Yeah, great, cool.
Yeah.
And on that note, we'll
Just
take a
switch
short
them
break.
off.
Be right back.
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome back to the second half of Freedom Chasers. Sorry for the extended break. We were discussing things, none of which really pertain to today's episode. Anyway, what's the plan, Stan and Weary and others?
We try and become servants.
Great. So upon deciding this, you will of course have to tell Irene, who will come on down, and head on over. And basically, she won't turn up at all. She will just tell Claudia to come visit you. And the following morning. Oh, the following morning. Yes, go on.
I would probably discuss if I should be going undercover as a tiefling or as something else.
With
It's clever.
Claudia or not?
With the group.
With the group and not Claudia. Okay, cool.
Without Claudia.
Either way, you tell Jackson that that you'll be impersonating servants tomorrow. He goes home.
Yes.
Cool. 4 of you together in the living room. Looks lovely. Fire's crackling. 11:45 p.m. Go.
Would anti-magic tea turn you into your
No.
I don't think so. I don't know for sure, but something tells me no.
I
I
think
heard this male voice in my ear.
no. I'm pretty sure the reason I said no so definitively is I think Serafina would have mentioned that to Dinari. So Dinari, you would know that absolutely not a chance. It wouldn't do anything to a changeling at all, unless they were also under the effect of some other magic.
So maybe instead of me, it can be you, Anivari, to go and drink the tea, and you know what I mean? Because like I'm just worried that if we go into servants and she sees us as servants, and then all of a sudden we're here investigating the thing, it's like, oh, I guess you have two passions, you know what I mean? Like being servants and being investigators. Like, is that suspicious?
I imagine she has a decent-sized estate where she might not even see any of us, and if need
That's
be, I
true.
can approach later on as somebody completely different.
That's true. All right. Yeah.
So you're going to be a tiefling or something else?
Well,
I believe that was your
here's the
original question.
Is Claudia expecting 2 tieflings?
Claudia's coming to your door. She'll get whatever she gets.
Well, yeah, but also she's been told.
No, she hasn't been told shit.
Guys.
She's literally,
Fine.
Irene's going to turn around her and go, Claudia, some people want sneaking into the mansion. Go to their cottage in the corner of this place. That's it.
She didn't cut twice because there's 2 tieflings.
Okay, so here's a question: would nobles have tiefling servants
No.
in Norvina? So, really,
how the
the
fuck am I
biggest
gonna
issue
get
is
it?
Dinari.
Yeah.
Dinari has to be not seen.
Or disguised somehow. How large are your horns?
They add a couple inches.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm
Can we
already
file him?
pretty I'm gonna be so kind to you right now because you are not all there right now, but if whoa. That's
I didn't mean
vile.
to offend. I was just throwing out ideas.
That's like the equivalent of me asking if I can pluck out all of your fucking toenails. That's
I'm
gross.
sure you could.
Yeah, but you wouldn't like it.
Yeah, probably not. Point taken. I apologise. You just wear a large hat.
I feel like I need to give a reminder of what my horns look like for this year. Hold on a second. That's like, what kind of hat do you think is going to cover my horns?
Like a habit.
An oddly stiff habit?
A crown of flowers?
I don't think so. We don't have any
Very
sort of...
Large hood.
Oh! Again, another pointy, curly, tipped hood. Should I be trying to do something else in the meantime? Do we have anything that can get us into... Or at least disguise? I'm just looking at our inventory right now to see if we got anything that can kind of help us out.
Man, how to disguise would be so useful.
We have a scroll of disguise self.
Oh, there you go.
Problem
There
solved.
we go.
What
Well, it only
does
lasts
that-
an hour, right?
How long am I
That's all we
gonna...
need.
Yeah. Let's just... Well, I mean, for... On the side of caution, I'll take the scroll, look like someone else, and...
You end
Not-
in the room.
Yeah, I'm up in there, and... keep me there. If not, there's also a scroll of fast friends, if I need it. So...
Well, we can end in the room, and then if you need to be, you can just like jump. There's got to be a window. You can just jump out the window.
Sounds like we got options.
Plain clothes,
Yeah.
disguise scroll. We're ready.
Great!
Yay.
Wonderful. Toothy, roll me a con save as you go to bed tonight. You guys are going to be
Alright,
so
we-
disappointed
we'll
by
roll a con
this. More disappointed than you have ever been in by anything in D&D. I really wish it was worthy of your thinking. What did you get, Toothy?
Another dirty one.
A dirty one. Yeah, you can keep your 3 levels of exhaustion. Cool. Following morning, Claudia knocks at the door. She is escorted by Jackson. Somebody can open the door. Cool, what
I
is
could have
it?
looked at everyone else
Darn
like,
it.
Shh,
That room
should
is
I already be in my disguise? Here, just come. Stay upstairs.
Who's opening
We'll
it?
go answer the
Great,
door.
wonderful. Weary totters over to the door. Send the guy with 3 levels of exhaustion. Why don't you? Eventually, Jackson sort of looks and goes, "Oh, good morning, wonderful. This is Claudia. She's come to help you guys out." And she was like, "I understand you would like to sneak into the. Oh bollocks! I meant to look up that name in the break. Fiona's mum's mansion. What were their names?
Yes.
Well, I was never going to remember that off the top of my head. The Relstein mansion.
The Ralstein.
Relstein. I put in chat for you. It's a little odd there right now. The lady of the house doesn't really leave her room, and there isn't much. It won't be difficult. There's a servant's entrance, Sal. I can take you there now if you want.
Yeah, some of us are just still getting ready.
Okay. Is Anivari still down? Is Anivari downstairs and looking like Anivari?
I think I stayed upstairs when I think I went upstairs when
Okay.
Jackson came.
So Jackson will just simply ask, "Are Dinari and Anivari coming down?"
They are, and they will be as that. They will be them.
That'd be great. As opposed to those few times they turn up and there's someone else.
Just. It's Jackson, right?
Yeah, he's giving you the most
just
confused
Jackson.
stare.
It's them, and I'm like sort of like nodding, nudging, winking.
Oh, he rolled a d12. Hold on.
Are we coming down in disguise, or are we not coming down in disguise?
Is William downstairs?
Jackson's got to know that
aiding with this?
tieflings are not servants.
Yeah, I'll probably start heading downstairs now.
Okay. Well, William comes downstairs. He looks at you. Right, great. That's two of you. He looks over to you, Weary. And will they be downstairs as themselves anytime soon?
They will be downstairs. I will address them when they come down. I will make sure their presence is known.
Why
I'll
don't
just lean over
you
the
go
stairs and call
up
down.
and get them?
I'm going to call down the stair. We have ways of disguising ourselves. Are tieflings... Would we be noticed?
Oh! You hear Claudia laughing. Nobody's going to notice you at all!
Great. We'll come down. As ourselves.
Great.
I come down as myself.
Jackson sort of looks at you and...
that.
I see what you were doing, Weary. Sorry. There's your nod. I rolled an 11 on my insight check. With that, Claudia will look at you and like, no, we're going to go through the 7th entrance. We've got 7th access. You can go. I understand you wanted to look on the young lady's room. You can go straight there.
All right,
No one's going to see you.
let's go.
Great. Yeah, Jackson will drive you up to the estate. You guys can walk through the 7th entrance. There is nobody. You don't even see a gardener. Gets the 7th entrance. She opens it up with a key. She leads you in. She gives a wave to one little guy. And she's like, Matthew, could you possibly head out and feed the horses? And he heads out a different door, and she goes, right, great. And then she's going to let you into a little corridor, and she's going to lead you down it, and within about 38 seconds, you're standing inside Fiona's room, and Fiona is in there! What? That's the 15 minutes that I was hoping we'd get to pretty fucking long ago. And there is a girl, Fiona. You've met her before. She looks exactly like Fiona does, which is... This has been a long and painful first half. She looks like this, but she looks a little sick. And she's lying in her bed. And she looks over and she's... Oh. Claudia, what's the... Oh. And her question just fades out. 4 of you and her and Claudia are in the room, and Claudia looks at you and... I was told she wasn't here.
Nobody's checked her room.
We're not allowed access to the rooms unless we're told to clean them by the seneschal.
Ask her something that only Fiona would know.
Fiona, have you seen Tiddles recently? Fiona sort of looks up and... Oh, he hasn't been by for a few days. I don't have any cheese. She looks back and nods at you. Tiddles is a squirrel that comes to visit Fiona. Windowsill.
Fiona, are you okay? Henson is concerned.
Henson? Oh, it's been a long time since I've seen Henson. No, I don't think I'm very well. I'm not going to go out today. I probably need to sleep. I should sleep. William may give me an Arcana check. Actually, Weary, you can give me an Arcana check with advantage as well. Insight check with advantage, Weary. Arcana check from William.
I'm gonna add a card to mine.
Please do.
Gonna add a d6.
Every man is a creature of the age in which he lives, and few are able to raise themselves above the ideas of time.
It's 15.
Okay. And Weary, with your insight check with advantage?
With my -3, I got a 22.
Nice. So, 2 really noticeable things here. First, William, you will notice she must be under some kind of magical effect because she seems hazy and weird. Weary, you were put under a How can I confuse you with Matt's character from a Thursday?
I fucked up. That can't be possible.
That's all right. I've confused you with Matt's Thursday character.
Cool.
But
it's a 19 minus 3. I'll put a card onto that.
I can do. Oh, okay.
How about that?
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah, I'll put my D6. I want to get over a 20.
Sadly enough, the most painful goodbyes are the ones that are left unsaid and never explained. That's ominous. With a 21, is it?
Yeah, I got 19 minus 3, so 16 plus 2, so
18.
Only
Great.
an 18.
When Seraphina put you into a sort of almost stupor when you were stuck still, she did so by casting a powerful suggestion spell on you. And you felt like you wanted to do things that you knew you didn't want to do. It feels a little bit like that might be what's going on with Fiona. Some sort of powerful mental suggestion is telling her that she's tired and wants to sleep.
Dinari, I think it's time to brew that tea.
Yeah, this reminds me of what Seraphina put me through.
Are you going to drug, my lady?
No. It's just sleeping tea.
It's a type of tea that will hopefully remove the magic that is currently.
So you're going to drug her for her own good?
I don't know if drug her is the correct.
I'll get the hot water. She nods and she's sort of like...
She's been itching to do this.
No, she says... No, as she's leaving, she says... She hasn't... She's not right.
Here's a good question, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because once the effects of the tea wear off, does that mean the suggestion spell is going to come back into effect? Or now it's like it's broken and someone has to like reapply it in order to...
Give me an Arcana check with disadvantage.
Yeah.
I don't think Dinari's going to have a fucking clue, but there's a chance.
Arcana with disadvantage. Boop. That is a 12. Is it also a net 20?
Magic doesn't... Lots of magics don't last all that long. That's what you've got.
Cool.
That's the full extent of your thinking.
I was assuming it was just like, it was a chain. Let's keep on. So once you break it, it's not just going to like magically like right back.
That's plausible.
Cool.
Dinari might think
I'm
that
going
too.
with...
That's allowed.
Yeah. She's about as knowledgeable as I am on D&D magic.
It's good when you don't have to roleplay.
After a while, Claudia comes back, and she's got like a beautiful teapot and a lovely little china tea set. She's pushing a trolley, and she's also got like a little vat of boiling water. And she's, you can use that. I brought some honey. She likes her tea sweet.
She's never handled a tea set so delicate.
Perhaps a cup for the lady of the house as well.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Sounds good.
We shouldn't visit the lady. The lady doesn't want to be visited.
Well, the only reason we wanted to get to the mum was because we wanted to find where Fiona was. And we found Fiona, so I know the mum's underneath probably some sort of similar spell, but our main goal is, been fulfilled, essentially. Yeah.
Don't really feel like we earned the ruby, but, I mean, found her.
Brew the tea up, and after a while, she takes a mouthful. Swallows hard. You can see that Claudia's really trying to sort of convince her to take the rest, and she drinks it on down. Perhaps I'm not so tired after all. I might sit up. Claudia, can I have some... What are you doing in my room? She looks at the four of you.
Back.
I mean, welcome back. From where? I haven't been anywhere. What are you doing in my room?
What do you remember?
I remember going to bed without you in here.
When was this? What date?
No, it's not. Why are you quizzing me in my room?
You've been under the effects of quite potent magic.
Was it hiding you? Claudia sort of,
No,
my
it was-
lady, they've come to help. Hansen sent them. Oh, we did compete at a game once, didn't we? She looks at Anivari. Oh. So you're helping? What are you helping with? I'm confused.
You might want to answer the question about what date it was. It might...
It was Harvest Festival. It was after Prince Aemon was crowned. That was weird, wasn't it? And then there were drinks at the restaurant. I went to bed, and then I was tired. I was very tired. I slept.
Who did you have drinks with?
Well, everyone.
That was, at this point, 10 days ago, right? At least?
No. The Harvest Festival was the 24th. It is now the 27th? The 28th morning.
Wait, it was... We went to the festival like 5 days into Weary's rest.
I've rested a whole bunch since then.
And then you were invited to... Oh, and then you were... Yeah, you were invited to a dinner 3 days afterwards. He came by the morning of the 25th and invited you to dinner 3 days after the Harvest Festival. It was 4 days later.
Was it only 3 days?
Yeah. It was,
Okay,
three,
so
there was
then
3 concepts.
That was one... That was
Yeah,
that night.
So it was 4 days ago.
So then...
Okay.
I may have made some mistakes in the telling of, but definitely it is 1 p.m. on Gold Harvest the 28th.
Well,
She remembers it being
either
the
way,
24th.
You've been out of it for a while now.
Right, that's...
We believe it may have something to do with you speaking out about the Whisperer.
Water? Can you give me a minute? Let me get dressed. Get out!
Dressed.
Yeah, sorry.
And she's currently lying in bed, and she's like, she just feels wrong. So Claudia says,
okay.
maybe we could wait in the servants' back ways until you... You're taking them through the... Whatever. Do it. She's sort of, once you guys are out, she's sort of gonna get out of bed, she's gonna get herself dressed, she's gonna get herself, like, a bit sorted, and she will sort of ring a little bell, and I'm receiving visitors now. And not in my bedroom. Claudia, ready the parlour. We'll have drinks down there. Why don't you come with me? She says, looking a bit odd. And as she begins to walk around the house, she sort of looks around and... Claudia, where's my... Claudia's gone. Nobody swept the stairs. My mother's fanatical about the stairs. It's a bit strange. Everything feels a little bit odd. The whole house is on sleep. Alright, well... Anyway, if you'd like to come with me, she'll lead you to the parlour where Claudia's madly rushing about with 2 other servants, and there's tea on the table, and she'll take a seat. And please, sit. Claudia, where's my mother? Your mother's not taking visitors right now. She doesn't want any visitors. That's not what I asked. Where is she? She's in her room. Right. You may go. Close the doors. She looks at the rest of you. What is going on? Start from the beginning.
We do so.
Okay.
Well, it was told to me. I was a bit indisposed by some of it, but at the harvest banquet, there was a new face whispering in
Faces
oh,
don't
what's her
whisper.
name, lady?
Christina.
No, a new figure of speech. You know, a new person at court whispering into Lady Genevieve. Is it Genevieve?
Christina.
Forgot her name. Lady Christina. Bloody hell! I think.
Are you speaking of Lady Christina's new advisor?
Yes.
Yes.
Hallis. Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
Mr.
also known
Hallis.
as the Whisperer.
The Whisperer. I've not heard that.
That's what some people of the court have
That's
nicknamed
what
him.
people
I must
call
have missed that. Sorry. So you were speaking of Hallis, yes. Okay, what about him?
Yes. And then Prince Aemon, who was acting differently to how he normally acts, was crowned the king of the banquet of the harvest, or whatever that tradition is.
The Harvest King. Yes, of course.
Yes. He was given a golden jeweled crown, and he accepted the title of prince, which you hopefully would know that he doesn't normally do.
No, I didn't like it, but
He-
he has been saying recently that he could do good with his powers.
Yes. And then all the nobles of the court left the banquet.
Yeah, we went for
early.
drinks at the restaurant.
There you go.
Yeah, I did do that.
And then since then, you have disappeared.
She looks down. Oh. Will blow me down. I feel very visible. She looks to Anivari. You had a question?
Do you recall speaking out about Amon's strange behavior?
I challenged him on it. I said, you didn't want to be a prince at all, and suddenly you seemed to be reveling in it, and that was about it, really.
And then you were no longer at court for several days. Enough.
Oh,
to
days!
be concerned.
Days?
Days.
That's what we said.
You didn't. You said it's been a while. I thought you meant to have overslept. It's mid-afternoon.
It's been 4 days.
No, it's
4 days!
Yeah.
I've got a meal on the 26th.
Oh my
With a
god,
suitor!
no! But wait,
It's
hold
the
on,
28th.
hold on a second. Why is your concern a meal that you may have been missed? You have been under powerful magic.
That was a very important meal. 4 days? How did I lose 4 days? Where did they go? Did everybody else lose them?
No, I just told you, you've been under powerful magic.
Not magic that makes everyone skip. Just me? Why just me? Why me?
Well, we assume because you've been speaking out about the fucking Whisperer.
Hallis. Hallis is a good man.
What makes you
What
say
did I
that?
I'm not sure. He is a good man, right? He's an advisor to Lady Christina.
Just because
Where
he's
did
an
he come from?
advisor doesn't mean he's a good man.
Where did he come from? Well, why should I know? That's his own business, I'm sure.
But you think he's a good man?
Is Jack singing Cotton Eye Joe? Is that what's going on here? Whatever you asked me next, Elora bypassed me while I was watching Jack sing Cotton Eye Joe.
You don't know where he came from. Why do you think he's a good man?
Oh, he seems nice. Lady Christina respects his opinion. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Henson came by here to look for you. Your mother told him you had gone to Durbin,
Would I ever do
and
that?
she
I
appeared
hate Durbin.
unconcerned.
My mother's not unconcerned about anything ever. Henson must have been under this magical influence.
Or
I
she
don't
was.
believe so.
My mother? No Earth would target my mother. She's a threat to nothing.
Except
No one.
she's connected to you, and you were speaking out.
Come with me. And immediately she opens the door and she's going to lead you to her mother's chambers. Standing outside is a very tall, imposing man. He's wearing a sort of butler's suit, and she looks at him and goes, "Who the hell are you? Get out the way." Morning, my lady. You seem a little tired. You should get some rest. No, I don't think so. William and Anivari, give me a perception check. And Weary, sorry, all three of you. Give me a perception check. Just not Dinari.
Oh.
It's not one for you, Dinari, sorry. He says, "No, my lady, you do appear most tired." She said, "I'm not tired in the slightest. I've just slept 4 days. And as soon as she says that, every man is a creature of the age in which he lives. What do we got? We got a 12 for Weary, is that what you said?
Yep.
William?
18.
Anivari?
15.
Okay. Yeah, William, you felt a slight sort of shimmer in the air. You recognized a spell was cast when he said, "You're very tired. You should go to sleep." It didn't seem to faze her at all, but that checks out. She's under the tea.
Then I will return the favor in kind. I will use a sorcery point to subtle spell cast suggestion.
I need you to ping suggestion to me, please.
Okay.
"25 words of suggestion." Well,
This has no effect.
Oh.
Why? Why could it possibly happen?
You would immediately realize that this person, this butler, is immune to the charmed condition. When she says 4 days, he says, "Oh dear. Oh, that's inconvenient." He takes a moment and looks over the four of you. "What are you doing here?"
What are you doing here? Who are you? What are you?
I think I'll be answering the questions. I think the four of you were just leaving. Don't you? And at that, I need all four of you to make a charisma save, please.
Counter spell!
We don't have counter spell. We're level 4.
Oh, but I do have advantage against being charmed.
You are not being charmed.
Aww. I thought he was mass suggesting us.
You are within... You don't have an aura yet, do you?
Nope, I do not have an aura, but I rolled well.
Bastard.
Uh-oh.
I rolled horribly.
I need
Ooh.
some numbers, please, guys. Numbers.
And
We got
I got
10
8.
fail. 8 fail.
22.
Success.
1.
Big fail. Okay. William,
Not
Dinari, and Weary, you turn around and you walk away. You begin
Can
to
I
head down
grab
the
any of
stairs.
them before they go?
You try and grab. Give me a dex check. Actually, give me an initiative roll, because he's going to try and do something, and I just want to see who gets there quicker.
12.
You go to reach out. He grabs your arm, pulls it down. Don't even think about it, little madam. You are causing trouble. Who are you? What
The
is your
home
name?
invader seems to be causing more trouble.
Who are you, and what is your name?
Fiona, I suggest you leave.
Do you? That's going to be a little unfortunate for you. He once again turns to the Lady Fiona and says, "You should head back to your room, madam." She says, "No, I don't think so." And then he's going to look at you, and he's going to say, "That is quite enough. We're going to have a problem. I need you to make a wisdom save, please."
19.
Nice.
A 19 is a success. You feel the urge to move, and then you sort of put yourself still and steel yourself, and he's... Oh, screw this. And he is going to pull a fiery blade from his... seemingly nowhere, from the, sort of like, it just appears in his hand. And he's going to swipe at you.
Are we like fully geared up or?
Yeah. Well, I assume you came in your armor.
Oh, definitely.
It's not going to make a difference. That's a 29 to hit you.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
That might hit.
Yep. You're not a tiefling. Shit. That is 14 slashing damage, 28 fire damage.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I'm down.
That's helpful. The rest of you, you will head into town. You do not think about Anivari. You do not, for a moment, consider Anivari. And after 10 minutes, you will decide to head back to the cottage.
What? I thought you just said to get out.
Mm-hmm. Get out and go away, basically, was the theme of it.
Oh, okay.
You aren't quite sure why. You don't remember being intercepted by anybody else. When you get back to the cottage, though, not one of you can remember the exact path you took to get here. Anivari, you don't know how long it's been, but just for the sake of storytelling, I will tell you. About 40 minutes later, you wake up slumped in a chair inside the Silver Pony. You are certain that you were at Fiona's estate and you don't want to go back. I think you should probably head back to the cottage.
I do. I will check my pockets though, just to make sure that, I have everything.
Is there something in particular that you might not have? Or are you just...
I don't know.
Just mean stuff in
checking.
general.
He could be a thief.
Yeah, you do seem to be in possession of all of your possessions. Welcome to more stupid sentences on the
Good.
internet. Zadicus would have a real issue with that sentence.
How am I feeling?
Like
Out of
you've just
33.
gained a level of exhaustion, and you can heal yourself. Oh, full, absolutely full.
Oh,
Somebody has put you here and healed you.
nice.
Yeah. And Anivari, you don't want to go back to Juliet. No, that's not her fucking name. Fiona's house
Fiona.
anytime soon. In fact, all of you are pretty certain you don't want to go back to Fiona's house. As you search your memories, it all feels a bit hazy and odd. I'm sure that there's something specific about her. And then you remember, all of you remember, oh, she's gone to Durban. She headed to Durban. She's on family business. I know that's not going to be easy to roleplay, but that is what all four of you are certain of. Fiona went to Durban. You don't want to go back there. It wasn't very nice last time. Her mum wasn't very receptive. She didn't treat you very well. She mocked you. Fake nobles. She said if you wanted to speak to Fiona, you should head to Durban. In fact, she even told you where she's staying. She told you that she is staying at the Wandering Minstrel Tavern in Durban.
Alright, we got a lead.
Anivari comes in. You're not quite sure, Anivari, why you came back alone. None of you really know what happened, and I will say that all of you are aware that something has happened to you. There has been some strange magic that's caused some issue, but try as hard as you can. You can't make the connection of what, when, where, or why.
Well, if we know that some magic's been placed on us, then I will look to Dinari. I think it's time you made a whole pot of tea.
Yeah, sounds good. I guess that uses up the last 4 charges of that tea as well. Yeah.
How smart of you, James. So we can
How
never
lucky
use it
for
ever
you,
again.
Mr. Sorcerer.
I'll just take a sip out of 1 charge. I'm sure that'll work just
You
fine.
can try it of
Yeah,
1 cup of
just
tea.
Put the
Try it
rest in a flask.
You want to try it of 1 cup of tea?
So that's a good
Sure.
idea. But then we set off to we tell Henson, and then we set off to Durban after the tea. All right.
Maybe we should just start with 1, and 1 person will take a sip and see if it works.
Okay.
Where is my tea? So yeah, I guess are we going with the idea of we'll just use 1 charge for now?
You can still make a cup of tea.
I'll make one person will make a cup. Or 1 person will drink the cup.
Yeah.
Take a
Well, I
sip
think
until
one of you is
the
going to
tea
take 1
will
sip,
work.
right?
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
Someone with high persuasion.
Oh, fine. I will take the cup, and thinking of all the possible horrible things that could happen because of where this tea has come from.
You said you wanted a cup of tea.
I will take a very, very small sip.
You take a small sip and feel no different.
I clench the handle of the cup, hard, very tight, my knuckles going white, and I'll drink the whole thing.
That wasn't the plan.
It wasn't the plan at all.
As you do this, the 3 of you will notice William's hands are going white. His arms, same color as his regular skin. William, you feel trapped. You're in a small stone cold box. You're stuck within your own skin. You feel bereft of everything that makes you you. I need you to make a constitution save, please.
Oh, Lord. Just can't catch a break. That's a 13.
13 is a success. You feel very weak for a moment. You lurch almost as if you're going to fall unconscious. Grab yourself at one moment, steal yourself hand on the table. You walked back from Fiona's. All the way back. Someone told you to. You try and picture them, but you can't. Did Fiona tell you she was going to Durban? But she wasn't there. She went to Durban. Why did you leave? Someone told you to. Did you go home? It's all you remember. Fiona's gone to Durban. You know where she's staying? Wandering Minstrel. Someone told you to leave and you walked back. You don't know why, and you don't know who it was. A woman called Claudia took you to the house, let you in to look in to not Juliet's bedroom. Where's Juliet? Fiona's bedroom. Holy shit, James, get your shit together. I need some sleep, man. Claudia took you to look into Fiona's bedroom. And she was gone. She's gone to Durban. In fact, the more you think about it, the more you're certain of it. You feel very odd without any magic.
William, are you okay?
I don't think so.
I should have done it. I'm sorry, I didn't even think.
Do we know how long this will last?
I think so, right?
I wrote it down. I just gotta go to it. Oh shit. 10 days.
Anybody else want a drink?
It's alright. We know where she's staying. We'll just wait it out. And then we'll go. If she's moved on from there, and if she's moved on from there, we'll figure that out. And if she's taken a ship, I've got some connections still. Alright.
There's something's wrong here. With
What do you mean?
someone was there at the house. Someone told us to leave.
Well, like the mum.
It doesn't matter. She's not there. So
Yeah.
Then why would what? But I don't. Do you remember leaving? What do you remember about being there?
My memory's all sorts of foggy
The
nowadays.
three of
mate.
you don't even really remember arriving. You're sure you went there for some reason. You can't remember why. You know you went to look for Fiona, but like you can't remember like how you were gonna get there, like how you were gonna get in. You try and rack your brains, and you're like, maybe we went to her room. Did we go to her room? Did we speak to her mum? Like the more you think about it, the more tied in knots you get.
I think the lady was rude to us. I must have gone for a drink.
Oh, something's wrong.
Something is wrong.
No, with
Fiona's been-
what happened there? We're missing something.
Doesn't matter. We're not going back there. We have to go to Durban to find Fiona.
Why won't we go back there?
I don't want to go back there.
Why?
We've already been, mate.
Wait. Why don't you
You
wanna
also,
go back?
William, when you think about it, don't want to go back there. I want to make that clear. Like none of you want.
Okay, sure. Why
you
do
can still
none
ask
of
the
us
question.
want to go back? What's the reason?
Because we went there, she wasn't there.
But that's not what
The
this
mum-
feeling is. It's not a feeling of oh, we've already done that. There's something else.
Oh, brew another cup. I can't understand what he's talking about. I need to get in his mindset or something.
1 or 3?
1. I'm not.
Okay, you brew one. Very. Taking the whole cup in one go. You're taking a sip. You're taking 3 or 4 mouthfuls. You're gonna drink till you feel different.
Ooh.
Hmm.
As he drinks, I put on my gloves.
Very. We're gonna come back to you. As the rest of you look on, Weary goes very, very still. He teeters for a moment. Then Dinari, you realize he's about to fall sideways out of his chair.
There I go.
catch him. His skin is ice cold. Your medicine check with advantage, Dinari.
18.
Weary's dead. I think that's where we're going to end.
But in 10 days he'll come back, right?
We're so stupid.
That's how that works.
The two
Gosh, why
worst
didn't we-
people to have drunk this drank this.
Oh, why didn't we read the fine print before drinking this tea?
I literally skipped a beat.
Anyway, MVPs,
We
anyone?
overthink so much, and we don't overthink this at all.
What is Weary currently recovering from?
I can't leave it on that cliffhanger, dude.
Josh, we'll come to you first.
Oh man. Alright. I do love a mystery. I love a conspiracy, so this is really fun. Like having that guy there casting this like memory magic and stuff, it's very exciting. Yeah, I guess I just give it to that. I'm very worried about William for the next 10 days. This is going to be really rough for him.
Probably won't be as bad as that guy.
And well, yeah, and even more so, very, very scared about Weary. But I'm assuming James has something up his sleeve. Right, James, you got something, right?
I'm just going to say, absolutely fully hand on heart, I didn't plan for this. Never once did I consider that any one of you would drink the tea yourselves at any point. That never crossed my mind. But you did. That's exciting. Jack, MVP.
Oh, fuck me. There were a lot of good ones. But I think the one I'll give it to is the really like scary moment of where we all, like the three of us got the suggestion, and then it was just Anivari between the guy and between this mystery freaking guy, and you know Anivari just being like in this like. He grabs her hand and then it's like, oh, and then she's trying to do something and it's like, oh fuck, and then he brings out the sword and it's like, it's like, oh man.
I was so scared
of
rolling those
shit.
dice. That is not a place I needed a character death. When I rolled those damage die, his max damage is 68, and I think she's got 33 hit points. So there was a really slim chance that I just killed you. I was like, please don't roll max. Please don't roll max. And like, I was thinking to myself, I'm going to roll with real dice, because I might fudge this. I hate fudging dice, but I don't want to kill you in not Juliet's house, and then have to sit there and go, what do I do with this corpse? Like, I just didn't know what to do. So I rolled real dice. I was genuinely considering fudging it, then I looked at the rolls and I was like, okay, I'm fine. But yeah, Elora, your MVP.
I mean, I've never before had to stand up and pace in my office after a D&D session ended. Ugh. Okay, so I'm going back. Hold on, let me look at my actual notes from before everything went that way. Roses just smell like wet flour.
That's the top of my MVP
They
list.
don't smell of anything.
Bumpkins, the noise that you made when you saw the ruby in your hand was phenomenal. And the overthinking that we did the entire first half of the session, and James's, just a heads up, we're in the first 15 minutes of my notes after break, and then we just don't think at all about the potential consequences.
Well, Elora's reading my MVP
Gee.
notes, because as I've pasted in there, and then literally, I've written, roses smell like wet flowers. Ooh, ruby. The most complicated teacup, how are we giving the teacup to her maneuver ever, and then the overthink, the sheer overthink that happened. Bumpkin, your MVP.
Sorry, I don't know what to say right now. Actually, kind of sorry.
Okay, that's fine. I have a few little things. The two people I didn't think you would eat, I knew you wouldn't give the tea to, like, I knew in my head, like, they're not going to drink the tea. But then when you guys decided to drink the tea, I thought, right, they'll stop with Elora. Right, they'll start with Anivari. Because she's doesn't rely on magic in any way. She's not recently been exposed to any powerful magic. They know it won't affect her as a changeling, because Dinari was told that. And obviously, you know, Dinari's the one who's going to be there to look after her if it goes wrong. And when you said Josh, I was like, whew, that's going to be tough. That was 10 days. I was like,
I thought it would last like an hour.
Nope. And I was going, oh, that's rough. That's real bad.
It was,
And then you said
totally gonna
weary,
do it,
and I was like,
then...
you're going to take a sip, right? You're going to take a sip. I was like, please, no. And then and I was just like, I am shooketh. And I think on that note, that is where we're going to end. If you guys would like to say goodbye.
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 We shall see you soon.